podcast joint with Ciara.
What up with the deal? This is T-Money, and you are watching the T-Money podcast joint featuring the illustrious Ciara Ross.
Dun, 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 dun. What up, though?
What up, Dow? That's what you say? What up, Dow? Yo, who made that up? What up, Dow? I don't understand that, but it's all good. We black and we popular by demand, and we the best in the world. This is what we do.
Absolutely.
Make sure you go onto YouTube and like, share, and subscribe to the T-Money podcast joint. We here every day, all week. This is what we doing. So let's make it happen.
Who are we talking to today? I am excited. This lady is phenomenal. Please give her a warm welcome.
That's my girl, Kyiesha Kelly from the Hip Hop Closet.
What's up?
Salute.
Beautiful.
That's why she contributed to the hip hop game real serious, because her clothes are phenomenal. If you put her clothes on, it takes you back. You know what I mean? Like you're in a scene from Juice. You're in a scene from Belly. You're in a scene from You're Paid in Full. You're in a scene from those
Your
times,
favorite
man.
Music video.
That's right.
That.
The three, 4 finger rings, the Bengal earrings. This is what we do. You know what I mean?
Hi,
Kyiesha. What's happening?
What's up? Thank you so much for having me.
No doubt.
Thank
We
you.
have to. I mean,
appreciate
it's that time. You know, the 50th anniversary of hip hop.
Absolutely.
And we're here to not only celebrate, keep in mind, not only celebrate rap artists, DJs, but entrepreneurials as well. And you fall right into that category, illustrious black woman, and we're here to salute that. So everything is good.
Culture.
Thank you.
So
Y'all
listen,
make me feel so good.
That's what's up. This is real. So before we get into that, right? I want to know. Now, hip hop closet is just for the people out there who don't necessarily know.
Has been in business for over 20 years, I must say.
Right.
25.
And salute to that
silver
energy.
anniversary.
No doubt, but it's a brand that actually puts together all the fashion, the hip hop fashion, and it actually gets its influence from old school hip hop. So I want to know what makes the brand tick.
Wow.
Tell us about Kyiesha.
Before we get to the brand, we have to learn about the lady.
Well, I got that covered. I got that covered like a blanket. Don't you worry. Tell us about Kyiesha Kelly. That's what you should be doing right now. Let us know what's happening.
I'm born and raised in Brooklyn. I'm a Capricorn.
Oh, that's my
favorite color.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, my
Capricorns run the world right there.
Nah.
Capricorns run the world. Yo, let me tell you, I'm a Capricorn too. Don't hate. Don't hate.
There's a lot of Capricorns in the room.
January. Don't hate.
Okay, January. Yes. January Capricorn.
Don't hate. Anyway, so you were saying, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yes. So, born and raised in Brooklyn. I'm the youngest of two. I have two brothers, and I don't know.
How is
like
that?
So much.
How is that being the youngest?
I mean, I'm the youngest and the only girl, so that's
that's tough.
Can we toast to that? Because I understand that
Salute.
feeling. I really do.
And salute,
baby.
And salute to that.
Yeah. So I mean, that's kind of like princess status almost, because it's like, oh, we've been waiting for the girl and I'm the youngest, but it wasn't. My brothers definitely did not make it easy.
Mm-hmm, I'm sure.
But I held my own. I'm from Brooklyn. So.
As you should. Yeah.
And BK in the building.
Yes.
So from my understanding, of course, growing up, of course, being the youngest and the only girl, you face some challenges. So, of course, your parents pushed education and you went off, and I believe you're a graduate and alumni of Howard University.
HU.
Oh, no question. Salute to Howard.
Yep, HU.
Salute to Howard.
Salute to all my Bison brothers and
no
sisters.
No doubt, the
out
Bison's
there.
in the building.
Yes.
And you graduated with the engineering degree.
I did, civil engineering.
Now, how did you manage to start this beautiful educational path in engineering? And then you got a phone call from your older brother.
Yeah.
That said...
Yeah. So I got into engineering. I started in architecture. So shout out to my tech brothers and sisters.
No doubt.
Brooklyn Tech. Yeah. So my major
Brooklyn
at Tech was architecture. Yeah, Milk. Milk was
That's right,
Tech.
Milk
Yeah,
D.
Milk
That's
was one of
right.
my
Milk
tech
D. Salute to
Shout
Milk
out
D,
to
my
Milk.
dude.
Yeah. And so I started out in architecture. My dad, he's an urban planner. He was an urban planner. So he kind of was like, look, this is the path to go. You'll always have a job, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, all right, bet. So I did that. I got to Howard and I was like, I don't like this.
Oh, wow.
Like it was like mad tedious, like I was like, I can't do this. So I was like, what should I switch to? And I had no idea that I had this entrepreneurial spirit in me or anything. So I was like, you know what? Let me see what engineering is doing. You know, like that encompasses a lot of different things. So I went over to the engineering building. They was like, but your grades though?
That part.
Right. So I was like, nah, I'm good, you know, whatever. So I managed to get into civil engineering. My emphasis was wastewater management. So that's like moving water through the city, like getting you potable water, like drinkable water and, you know, all of that stuff. And when I graduated, I remember going to like the career fair and I have my resume in hand and I'm like, they're like, there was these two women, they were like, hey, you come over. And so I go over with my resume and they're like, what's your major? I'm like, engineering, but I don't want to do that. Like, I'm always like brutally honest. I'm like, I do not want to do that. And they were like, well, perfect. We got a job for you. Long story short, I wound up in San Diego, California, like building the infrastructure for the internet at the time. Yeah, it was really wild, like how I switched into that. But I come home from for my holiday break and my brother's like, yo, we should open up a online store. We should sell clothing and accessories online. And I'm like, what you talking about? Like, you know, like even though I'm building the I still didn't understand like what I was really doing. So I'm like, all right, you know, let me do some research.
Yes, ma'am.
So I go back, I buy a computer, Gateway 2000 computer.
Gateway
Right.
2000.
Bought a Gateway.
She took it back right there.
Yeah, I bought a Gateway and I started doing research. Like Google wasn't even around, so it was Yahoo.
Oh, yeah,
you
no
know,
question.
So I'm doing
Like
all of this
X.com
research.
or something like that.
Yeah, with the AOL disc,
Dial
and
up.
you had to like dial up and everything. So I do some research. I'm like, yo, you onto something. Like, let's do it. And that was that.
25 years
25
later.
years
Wow, it's
later,
amazing.
Here I am.
That's totally amazing. That's how things start. You know,
Yeah.
you know that little small idea, that little like seed. You go, that might work
Yeah,
for me.
But
yeah.
that's the power of listening.
Right.
Because unfortunately, sometimes we don't listen to our family members.
Right.
You know, and especially in our culture where we're coming from, we honestly talk about a lot of nonsense majority of the time versus talking about how we can advance each other.
Right.
And when you are, unfortunately, the youngest, sometimes you get overlooked and dismissed. So for you to say, okay, let me take the initiative of what my big brother is possibly trying to say and listen and see how maybe I can add to him versus just dismissing his idea was very noble of you. Yeah. And I'm sure that your whole family appreciates.
Yeah, I mean, I always looked up to my brothers. They definitely were always doing stuff. And like my oldest brother, he at the time he had a barber shop. And the one that's in between us, he was a rapper. So like he was traveling the world. Like he had I don't know if it's platinum or gold. I don't know. He had a very successful album. I was in school and I like turned on In Living Color one day and he's like performing on In Living Color.
So wait a minute. So wait a minute. So who's your brother?
It was a song.
In Living Color.
Us Three was the group.
Oh,
And,
wow, that's
yeah,
crazy.
Us Three was the group, but the song,
I know the
was
song.
like, it was like an international kind of
Right,
like
right.
jam or whatever. But it got a lot, like literally it was like he was just at Spike's joint working, and then the next thing I know, I see him on In Living Color.
Amazing.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the song. and everything,
So I
that's
like
cool.
always looked up to my brothers, like, 'cause I'm like, okay, they're doing stuff, you know.
Right. That's kind of. But listen, I know as an entrepreneur myself, I know starting a business does not come without struggle.
Yes,
You know, so
absolutely.
so talk to me a little about the struggles that you guys went through with trying to make this a popular
Because
site
you guys
and a
didn't have
popular
any
store.
money. You started
No,
with
we
your
didn't
own
have
money.
any money. Yeah, we started with our own money. It was kind of relatively easy starting. Like that, I would say is the easiest part. I didn't have any background in running a business, so I mean, figuring out how to build a website. Luckily, you had the like drag and drop thing, so you didn't have to learn coding or anything like that. So that was like the easiest part. The hardest part, I would say, is like maintaining and growing and
Constantly learning.
constantly
consistent,
learning
being
and being
consistent.
consistent
Right.
and all of that while you're trying to stay innovative and like build processes and run a business like, and then finding people that are going to work by your side and that are also talented and also raising money. It's just it was a lot.
Yes, I find that working as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, it's a lot. There's a lot of pitfalls, you know, and sometimes it's not even the people that are outside of your business; it's the people that you keep close to you. Mm-hmm. You know, you got to be careful of that, you know, because so many people have so many agendas.
Right.
You know, so you just have to guard against a lot of the nastiness about owning a business. But at the end of the day, it's pretty rewarding because, you know, it's yours.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
absolutely.
And a lot of times I tell somebody the other day, I said, you know, it's not necessarily about the money you make. You know, a lot of times it's about the fact that this is your shit.
Yeah.
And then you're in control of it. You don't have anybody over your shoulder telling you, oh, you should do this and you need to do this and you got to be here at this particular time. No, I'm formulating this whole energy because this is what I want to do. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And it's a labor of love at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So,
There's a certain there's freedom in being able to call your own shots.
This is very true.
And do what you want to do. If you see the vision for your brand, being able to pull that off, and there's definitely a freedom.
When you love it, you go all out for
Right.
it. You know,
And it's a 24-hour operation, 7 days a week.
Yes.
You don't get to necessarily just say, oh, okay, I don't feel like doing this. This is not based upon what you feel like. So even with myself running my own business, some of my frustrations come of trying to get the team to understand that it's not about what you feel. Mm-hmm. You have to get over not feeling good or having an attitude. We still have to keep this thing going. And I think that's probably one of my questions with you as far as along your way or along your journey, dealing with family and non-family members, how are you able to continue to get people outside of their attitudes to keep going and say, listen, we have a goal. The goal matters.
I think, and that's really the most important part. What's the goal? You really have to go into any type of business endeavor or relationship, anything with the end result in mind, you know? So it's where do I want this business to go? Do I want to sell it? Do I want to build a legacy brand that I'm giving to my kids? You know, what's the objective here?
Right. What's the end game?
Yeah, what's the end game? Mm-hmm. And once you know what that end game is, it really gives everybody a focus to get there. Mm-hmm. You know, if there's any stress or strife, it's okay, let me go back to my end game and woosah. Listen, I've fired my brother multiple times.
Yes, me.
And he always shows back up.
Wow.
It was crazy. One day he came into the office. I was like, what you doing here? He was like, I work here. Okay.
Not anymore, apparently.
But it's
Don't make me call mommy on you.
Right. Yeah, no, I've called mommy on him.
Facts.
Called, yes.
Facts.
Yeah. I mean, it's communication. It's making sure that you're talking things out, that you voice your what your concern is
respectfully.
Right.
Yeah, and you understand that let's get back to the end game, you know. And I think something that people really have to understand. I look at a lot of third generation businesses, fourth generation businesses. And the thing that's the common thread is that first generation doesn't blow.
Yep.
The third and fourth, you know? So
right.
if you go in and you're the end game is to build this legacy so that my kids, my grandkids, they can all eat off of this, then, you have a different way of,
thinking.
Yeah, you have a different way of moving. Yeah.
It's very true.
Unfortunately, a lot of people jump ship. To be perfectly honest, they rather have the money versus let me teach you how to get on board and work. It's equivalent to, similar to maybe possibly me and T situation. Because we're in media, it's oh, hey, can we tag along to maybe an event or things like that? But you have to understand when you tagging along, you have to tag along with a purpose.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
This is not just you.
Yeah, you're going to walk around the room and promote? What's happening?
Right.
What are you here for?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy. So, I mean, all this is very true. And I wanted to ask you another thing. I mean, I know that the Hip Hop Closet you primarily are in the fashion industry, right? And like music, you deal with collaborations, and I'm quite sure during your history, I mean, collaborations have helped you to elevate your brand to a level that, that you're happy with, So talk to me about some of the collabs that you guys have been working with, other designers and people that you've worked with. I know you do I'm trying to think of who I just saw. I think on your page was it Averex? Was it Averex or it was somebody that I saw on your page. You guys were doing jackets or something.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm trying to think of what designers that you guys have worked with.
I can't think of the latest. Well, April, we work with April from Walker Wear.
April Walker.
You have exclusive, some of her exclusive items in here.
Yep, in the showroom. Wow, there's been a lot. We also do like private label stuff.
Right.
We work with organizations a lot of time. We work with the Black firefighters. We did their varsity jackets.
How cool is that?
Nice.
Yeah, so I mean, a lot of the because we started out mainly selling other people's stuff. You know, like that was the easiest thing
Like
to
assignment.
do. Yeah, well, we were like. It's a weird story, but we went to Magic, which is a trade show you go to
Right.
to like
Vegas.
buy everything. When we first started, and everybody told us no. They were like, no, we're not working on the internet. We don't sell on the internet. So we had to figure out, okay, well,
when was this? When you went to Magic and they said no? This had to be
that was 1998.
in the 90s, right?
Yeah, it was 98, 99.
Yeah, because they didn't have any vision. See, see what happens.
And I mean,
They
I
didn't-
probably looked like I was 10 or something, you know, and I
But they
didn't have
kinda the
any
same way now.
relationships, in the fashion world at the time. So, but I'm like, listen, this is where it's going. But everybody was like, no. I finally was able to get Carl Kanai because I knew somebody that was a salesperson there. So I was able to carry Carl Kanai, and then we started going to stores. We went to Woo Wear, Wu Tang.
Right,
Yeah,
Wu-Tang.
we carried Woo Wear. And then we just started going to stores. Like, this is the wave of the future.
Yep.
And you know what's old in New York is brand spanking new
Everywhere
else. So that's where we started, like just building like that. It wasn't until kind of recently that we started like designing our own stuff and doing collaborations with other people, because we found that stuff was kind of shifting, you know, and it was hard to find stuff that our clients wanted. So
Well, to go back on the fact that these guys said no to you, I mean, that speaks volumes in regards to you guys, in regards to your drive and your determination, and you wanting to be successful. A lot of people quit when they hear that kind of energy. When people keep slamming the door in their face, but you should be commended and salute to you.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. That's tenacity.
That's right.
Right.
Because
I was like, whatever.
exactly, because you are in business. You're always going to hear no. You're going to somebody, because somebody's not going to. You can lay the whole thing out for somebody, and they'll just go, well, I don't know. 'Cause they're scared to make a decision because they don't really know what to do. Like they have, like in doing what I do as a marketer and a promoter, sometimes I pitch ideas to corporations that are big corporations, and then usually big corporations move like dinosaurs. They move like snails.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? You can understand that. So, and you pitch it to them and you lay it out. So listen, this is it. If you put in X, you'll get Y.
Right.
And they'll still go, well, I don't know if my bosses will like it, but I personally like it. Right?
Yeah, let me go run it past this
Let me
person.
pass this, right. So it gets to be a bit much. It's buffoonery at some point.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right. Yeah. So then that's when you have to, okay, so how am I going to get this done? What else am I going to do? And that's
right.
when we just approach the stores. And, stores are always ready to get rid of old inventories.
Right. Well,
And speaking of pivoting, I guess I want to ask you, what made you guys start designing, customizing leather jacket? Because that is one of your specialties, correct?
Yeah. Well, we found that like when we would present stuff to the clients, a lot of the time, it's like that bell curve in business, like there's the early adopters, there's the main people, and then there's the last people, we tend to always be over here with the early adopters, but as a business, you don't necessarily really want to be there because that's where the least amount of people are.
That's right.
You want to be up here where it's like, everybody. So it got, we would be presenting all of this fresh new stuff like, nah, this is hot. And then we would get so mad when, a year later, they're looking for it, and it's like, but we did that last year.
Right.
So we were like, you know what? Let's get raw materials and let's just design for our customer. Like you come in, like we would have, like certain amount of silhouettes, and you would come in and you would say, okay, well, I like this, I want it this way. So now you're designing and it's made to order. So it's also sustainable. So we don't have like a whole bunch of stuff sitting around,
Right. And it moves much quicker.
And it
that
moves
way.
much quicker. And then people have this like unique connection to the garment.
Right,
Because
right.
now it's like, oh, well, I designed this. So now when you're going outside and you're walking around and they're like, oh, where'd you get that from? You're like, oh, well, I did it. And
That's right. This is a one-on-one.
This is a one-on-one.
No
You
Yeah.
question.
also do footwear.
Yes, we do
So-
customized
Oh,
footwear.
wow. That's
So
crazy.
it's like we really like to work with people. Like we definitely have, like stuff that's, just buy off the rack, but we really specialize in customizing, like to really put your personality in it. Like that's what hip hop is all about, like creating new and fresh stuff that speaks to who you are. So-
Right. That's
And then
beautiful.
speaking of just creating new and fresh, I know recently you just transitioned into a new space to where that you guys are now having, what is it, hip hop karaoke? Am I making sure I'm getting that right?
Yeah.
You know, and that was before COVID. So I have two questions mixed in one. Number one, is it open so I can pull up? And number two, is Milk coming back through so we could do?
He was at one of our that was real. That was a blast. Yeah. So in 2018, it was our 20th anniversary, and we were realizing that the internet was getting real weird. Like they were stealing our photos, putting them on like eBay and all of these sites, and it's like we needed a place where our clients could come, and even if they couldn't come, they knew that it was there. Like we needed something to like show that. Like I couldn't tell you how many calls I'm getting. Like, are you real? Are you real? I'm like, yeah, I'm really here. I'm really answering the phone. It's really me. So we needed a place where people could, like pull up or, like know that it's a real space. And then also to bring the brand to life.
Right.
Yeah.
That's really dope. You guys are also actually taping some sort of show from your location?
Yes. So we do lives. One day I started to, I was like, you know what, I need to, April had told me actually,
okay.
she was like, you need to get in front of the camera. Like you're a natural, like just, talk to your customers. So I'm like, all right. So I did a couple of lives, and then me and my friends, like all of my friends are like my high school people, and we were talking, and we were like, I want to do something where we bring in people and we show like the architects, the pioneers, like people that are behind the scenes. Because I would also do a lot of career fairs, and kids, the first thing they want to be is a actress or a rapper.
Right.
They don't understand that there's like 200 people behind the scenes that are really making the ship go.
Right.
And so they need to see all of those jobs. They need to hear, so yeah, we start, and it's like dedicated to Hip Hop 50 also, because like we wouldn't be here without
No question.
all of those people.
No
So
question.
every Tuesday, it's live at 7.
So that means you opened it back up. We open.
No. So that's just lives on IG. So it's
Okay.
not like it's not open to the public.
Right.
Like our events are very random. It's kind of like what do we feel like doing? It's really no structure behind it. It's kind of just like a random thing. But I'll let you know.
Please do, girl. I got to pull up.
Yeah, let us know. Holler at us. We'd love to come through. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's always a good time.
Yeah, so listen, so talk to me now that you guys have reached a level of success that, that I'm extremely happy about myself.
Thank you.
Because listen to me, looking at your clothes makes me very excited. Like I would really just like to walk into the closet myself and go, okay, I'll take that.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
take those. Those look good for me. I
I'll
like
take
that.
those playing cards.
Well, listen
Yeah,
to me.
yeah.
Listen to me, because that closet is my closet. If you saw my house, you would be like, "Oh, T-Money wears this and he wears that."
Right.
He likes that shrilling that you got on.
Yeah.
Very nice for yourself. So, tell me, what's next for Hip Hop Closet?
We definitely want to expand and open closets in other other regions.
Right.
So that's really what's on our agenda. Just expanding, building the brand, getting it out to more people, and really getting our customers to tell people that we exist. Like that's like the number one thing. Like they don't want to share.
It's
Our
hard.
customers, like
Where can they find you?
hiphopcloset.com. And you could also make an appointment. We're on IG, Hip Hop Closet. And the appointment is not serious. Like a lot of people get worried, like, oh, I have to make an appointment. They get scared. But no, it's just like, just call us, like We got you. I want to be there for you.
No question.
Yeah.
Just make sure you give him a call. This is my girl, Kyiesha Kelly, in the building.
Yes.
Hip Hop Closet. You might run into me there because I'm going to be there quite frequently.
Yes,
They're right in the
yes.
Brooklyn
I'll lace
Navy Yard,
you.
but you can't go unless you make an appointment because it's serious business over there. Don't play games. You can bring your money, too, because we don't play that either.
Yeah. Wait, I got gifts for you.
Oh, look at
Snap,
this.
we
Ooh,
like
this-
gifts
This
now.
one is yours.
Ooh. Can I open it now?
Yes,
All
and there's a
right,
little
all
something at
right.
the bottom too.
Thank
I
you
got
so
you
much.
2 different things, so y'all won't be twinning.
Oh,
Okay,
snap.
good.
Let me-
Okay, you ready?
Yes, you do yours right.
Bong. Oh, shoot. Look out. Look out.
See,
Look
see?
out.
Yeah, what you got? What you got? What you got?
Don't worry about what I got.
Let me see what you got going on first. Let me see what you got going on. Oh, mine is better. Mine is better. I see it.
It's dope right here. Look at this.
I see it.
Real fly right there. You like that? You like that? You like that? I like that. The only Christmas ring now is his Wallace, no doubt. That's real right there. Okay, that's something about. Oh, that's nice. And look at this. I like that.
Yeah, the Hip
If I close the
pen.
button.
Oh, that is beautiful.
That's fast. That's going on my jean jacket
I don't know if I can
immediately.
share with the world.
Stop playing with me, man. Show the world.
Come on, man.
Let me see.
Ooh, ooh.
Oh, hip hop
Look
closet.
at that.
I love that.
Zoom into that. Zoom into that.
That's dope. That's dope.
Feel it. Feel it.
Listen, man, yo, go to hiphopcloset.com. Stop
Yes,
playing games,
yes.
man. You know you got a computer, you got a cell phone. Make it happen for yourself. This is the great Kyiesha Kelly, and she gave us buttons and nice hoodies and sweatshirts, man.
Right here.
I know she has good energy, man. I knew that from the rip, man. And
Thank
I
you.
appreciate you being
really
here.
appreciate y'all
You know what I
having
mean?
me. I
Oh, my
love what y'all are
goodness.
doing.
Celebrating Hip Hop
Really
50. We're gonna do
Yes,
we gonna do
Hip Hop
things with
50.
her. You know what I mean?
Yes.
We're gonna do
I'm
things.
here. I'm
You know, I was recommended to be on your live too.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
yes.
you know.
Yeah,
So
come through.
we should do that.
Come through.
That'd be really
yeah,
dope.
Yeah,
And
we're
make sure-
booking for May, so I'm
let
gonna
me-
text you. I'm
holla
gonna
at
get
me.
that. Yeah,
Holla
any
at me, man.
Tuesday.
And guys, one thing that I really appreciated about this young woman doing my research, all the models that you see are her family and friends. And to me, that is the dopest thing ever because it is continuing to create unity amongst each other. Also, if you don't know, she is bringing in her family. Her nephew, she taught her nephew the game, and now he's coming in and continuing the family legacy. So, madam, I tilt my hat to you on just
Thank
being
you.
a phenomenal woman for our culture, for your family. I know that your
Thank
parents
you.
are definitely proud. I know your brothers be hating. It's cool. But I'm sure they're proud to have you as a sister.
Thank you,
And you are
yes.
truly amazing. And I know we've passed April, but salute to you for Women's Month.
Thank you.
No
Thank
question.
you.
No question. I'm proud of her too.
Yes,
you.
yes.
You know what I mean?
I
I'm
have to
proud
shout
of
out
her
my
too.
daughter too. She's a designer, so she's also on the team too. She
Oh,
does amazing
nice.
artwork.
Nice, man. Salute to your daughter.
Yeah.
And she also has an upcoming fashion show, so check us out
Oh
because
yes,
we're going to
yeah,
be in there.
yeah, yes,
No
yes.
question. We there. All right, holla at me,
Thank
man.
you,
It's the
thank
T Money,
you.
the podcast joint. Ciara Ross, Kyiesha Kelly, Kyiesha Kelly.
yeah.
That's right. Kyiesha Kelly in the building. We love you. Thank you very much for being here, okay?
Thank you.
No doubt.
Thank you. Continue greatness and blessings to you, madam.
Thank you.
2 fingers.
Ow.
I love this.
T Money Podcast Joint.